Alright guys, what is poppin'? Hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and we are back on the Pokemon Showdown Team Builder for episode 4 of Pimp My Squad, which can only mean one thing, and that means that there are 10 new Lord Squads coming your way right now, all of which I have tested on the high ladder in order to ensure that they work, and I'm happy to say they do indeed work. Now before I get into the first team, let me just say, if there is a team that you'd like me to check out and improve, make sure you leave a link of the pastebin of your importable in the comments of this episode, not on any other episode, not on my Twitter, because I am for the next episode going to be pulling submissions from this video. So you also let me know, what you want me to keep on the team, so I don't change anything that you don't want me to change, and perhaps what you feel you're having trouble against, since it does make helping easier if I know how you're struggling. Also, I get a lot of submissions, so I feel kind of bad that I can only do 10 per episode since I want to do everybody. So I encourage you all, to keep leaving your teams and stuff, even if you weren't chosen. Don't let it discourage you, since this series will keep going so long as you all want these God Squads. So if you post something on the last episode, feel free to copy it over here, or if that's old news now, you can send me a new team, a fresh team. Anything is fine. I will make it work, no worries. So with that being said, let us hop into this Pimp My Squad episode 4, and let us commence the squad pimping. And I'll be honest, they are gonna look really different when I'm done, but I guarantee you they will be very good. So in the words of Chimpact, beep boop, and let us begin. Alright, so our first team here is from LYF. We have here a Life Orb Breloom, very cool. Alakazam, ooh, Mega Alakazam, think outside that box. Got Lando Tier for some rocks. Combine Clef, pretty standard. Tornadus, which is an Assault Vest user, and Specs Keldeo. Cool team, I like it. He says that he's feeling weak to Birds and Zardex. I mean, I can kind of see that. You have a Lando T, but it's not going to be there forever. I agree. Additionally, what I just noticed now is you don't have any sort of Fairy switch-ins. So Mega Gardevoir, Clef, Azu, especially Azu is going to be a huge threat to your team because, well, your only player switching is Lando T, so it's a little bit of an issue, but we can definitely fix it. Plus, I think you're lacking some hazard control, and I feel that might be nice, especially since you only have one Pokemon that doesn't really take any hazard damage, but that's not really too safe for the other members of your team. So we'll definitely fix that. You said to keep Breloom and Alakazam, so we will. So what I did first was I added you a Fairy switch in. So what I did is I changed his Lando T to a Heatran. So nice bulky fat Heatran in order to set up rocks, as well as check fairy types with that nice Loudplume, Toxic, Taunt. So even like the fat fairy types going down to this Mega Gardevoir, I mean you can check it, but Focus Blast, be wary. I'll definitely put you some more checks for the team as it goes on. So yeah, EV spread, right? Okay, so EV spread here, I mean it's pretty standard spread. Well, not really standard. I usually add a little bit more speed just because I want to hit 210. Calm Nature, because we're calm out here, not even bad. Alright, so yeah, I added that first. Then I added some hazard control by changing this Clef to a Togekiss. Pretty much the same type synergy, but Togekiss here is able to defog, which is really nice. Give it a Rocky Helmet, of course, standard me, and yeah, Air Slash here, Nasty Plot, Roost, and defog. I did make it a little bit faster so that we could have a little bit more offensive presence while still having some good defense. So I have here 96 and then the rest is speed. And this speed with a Timid Nature will allow us to be faster, of course, than Breloom, Bisharp, as well as other Rocky Helmet chumps. I'm pretty sure they are like 264, I think. So that's going to be Togekiss here. Nice Rocky Helmet user. Nice defogger. And it's a good check to a lot of Pokemon like Mega Sableye, since you can set up Nasty Plot. It's a good stall breaker, nice stall breaker. So, okay. So then what I did was I basically wanted, well, to make up for the loss in that ground type, which is Lando T. I basically added, I changed this thing to a Scarf Chomp. I like Scarf Chomp here because Torn was mainly there just I guess to check grass types like Serperior and stuff. Probably Keldeo, but we'll definitely add another Keldeo check. But Heatran and Togekiss now deal with, I guess, the stuff that Torn deals with, so that's kind of why I figured I should change this and keep the type synergy that was there before with Lando, because ground type was nice, and plus Scarf Garchomp is good for checking Raikou's Mega Mane and stuff like that. So I went ahead here, what was it, Rough Skin, and yeah, we can just go ahead here, add Outrage, Dragon Claw, Earthquake and Stone Edge, pretty standard set. It's the same one that I ran on the Bayonet squad, by the way. It's pretty familiar. Y'all should know it. I mean, it's a pretty standard set. And Jolly Nature, of course. Good Pokemon to just check things in general, since it's just really good overall. And I guess, I mean, if you see Stealth Rocks on Heatran, you could probably assume that it's Scarf, but it can sometimes throw off your opponent if you haven't set up rocks yet. But that's that. And now I just added another Keldeo check, since Keldeo isn't really a Keldeo check. But I added here a bulky Manaphy. Nice Calm Mind Manaphy from I don't know where it's from, but it's a good set. And it's solid because it has good enough defense to switch into Secret Sword from Keldeo. Has good enough defense and is able to set up with Calm Mind, and it's just nice. Takes a lot of teams by surprise, and it's great. It's a great Pokemon. Calm Mind and Rest. So we can just fill in these EVs here. 240 and 16 speed, of course, so that we can hit over that nice 239 limit, which pretty much Bishop and Breloom hit. So, and finally, we can just give this thing a Bold Nature and check out that defense. Not even bad. Ah, look at that. Nice. And that's pretty much the team. I think I did change one other thing though. Of course, I kept Breloom and Alakazam the same, but I did change one move on Alakazam, and here's why. I wanted to change Shadow Ball to Signal Beam, and that's really interesting because Signal Beam, right? Signal Beam's like Shadow Ball. It does hit stuff like, well, Shadow Ball, I mean, it hits psychic types like Lottie, Slowbro, Starmie. Signal Beam does the same thing with one addition. It hits Hoopa Unbound super effectively. That's why I wanted to add Signal Beam here. Because I figured, right, Shadow Ball, I mean, people run Shadow Ball on like Raikous and stuff for hitting Gengar, but we have Psychic for that, so I feel like Signal Beam is pretty much on similar lines as Shadow Ball, but it kind of has that little addition there. So I have Signal Beam here so that we can hit Hoopa super effectively if they think they can live a Shadow Ball. So that's going to be the team, and I hope you enjoy it. You know, let me know what you think. I definitely had a lot of fun using this team. It's been working out a lot for me, so hope it does the same for you. And just making sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I missed anything. So yeah, that's going to be this team. And let us go ahead and hop on to team number 2. Here we go. Alright, so we got our second team here from Rainicos. We got here Thundurus. Nice Thundurus Therian with agility. Very cool to see. Excadrill, which is a Stealth Rock and a Rapid Spinner. Spinef set, pretty standard. 4 attacks, Life Orb Superior. Bisharp, which is 4 attacks, Black Glasses, his Pursuit Trapper, Talonflame, which is an SD Sweeper, and Keldeo, which is Life Orb, 3 attacks plus Taunt. Okay, cool. I can definitely see some threats right off the bat. I can definitely see Charizard X being a threat, Offensive Garchomp, Dragonite, and Lando T both, because Lando T, especially Scarf Lando T, because you only have Life Orb Keldeo that can effectively check it, and Scarf Lando T is a monster, so I could definitely put in work versus your team. Opposing Keldeo can be troublesome because I think you only have Superior that can check it. Talonflame can't really switch into it, but it can still check it. Superior can't really take a Secret Sword, and Thundurus needs to be faster in order to outrun it, so it can be very troublesome to your team. Furthermore, I think Azu is also a threat since your only player of Switch-ins are Drill and Talonflame, so that's not really that reliable versus Azu. And Superior is your other only check, but I think we have to probably add something for that, because Belly Drum Azu I can see can definitely put in work. Yeah, definitely. Another thing I noticed is you don't really have a Mega, which of course you don't really need. I mean, it's not that necessary to have a Mega to have an effective team, but I think that when we restructure this, we can definitely give you a Mega so that it can be with you at all times. So what we're going to do here is we're going to keep Thundurus, which is what you requested, so we're going to keep that. Very nice Pokemon, I like it. We're going to also keep Keldeo, because Keldeo is cool alongside Thundurus. I'm going to change the set though. I'm going to give you a Choice Spec set. I like Choice Specs because it's more powerful than Life Orb, doesn't really give you residual damage, and it can be very useful in order to put in more damage output when you need it. So we're going to go with that. Now, because I said that we were weak to stuff like Char X, Garchomp, Dragonite, Lando T, stuff like that, gonna add here a Hippo instead of a Drill. Now, this is not just any Hippo set, okay? Let me fill in these moves, right? So Earthquake, Stone Edge, Slack Off, Stealth Rocks. Seems normal, right? Seems perfectly normal. Now the EV spread. Nice Spadef Hippo. Pure Spadef. Not even a mixed wall, just pure Spadef here. Why am I running this set? Because with this Hippo, you can easily take Moonblast from Mega Diancie, you can easily take Shadow Balls from Gengar, HP Ices from Thundurus, Raikou, Manectric. You can easily take a Fire Blast from a Charizard Y, because you switch this thing in and Sand comes on, right? So it makes it a good Charizard Y check. It's still a good Charizard X check because it does have it still has decent defense, right? So it's not bad at all. And I'm gonna be, of course, adding other backup checks to the team. So we're definitely not gonna be alone with just Hippo in order to deal with everything. So we'll have more. We'll have more for sure. But this Hippo here is very nice in order to deal with special attackers as well as physical attackers, because it does have really nice defenses. So we have a Hippo, right? So we have Hippo. Now, I wanted to give you a Pokemon that would, we kind of need a Fairy switch in, because Drill was your only sort of Pokemon to take a Hyper Voice, I guess, since it was Spadef. Bishop can't really switch into it. Talonflame is offensive, so not that able to switch into it. We're gonna just replace Bishop here actually for a Scarf Jirachi. I feel that it would be very good for this team, as it can, of course, switch into Hyper Voices and Moonblasts and stuff like that. And it's fast. It's a really good Fairy check. Very nice Pokemon. I'm gonna go with the nice new Heart Stamp here. Everybody's been running that nowadays. It's a good move. Very nice move. And Healing Wish. Yeah, Healing Wish for sure. Just this standard set, max attack, max speed for Spadef is fine. Jolly Nature, and we got that. Very cool. So we got these Pokemon here. And now what I wanted to do was give you a Mega Pokemon, right? A Mega Pokemon that would also sort of help check a lot of the other Pokemon that Hippowdon is meant to check, like those Dragonites, Lando T. Well, kind of Lando T, but also Charizard X mainly. So I went ahead here, added you a Mega Altaria, nice and powerful Mega Altaria. So I had kind of mixed feelings about what set to run on this Mega Altaria. So because I had mixed feelings, I ran a mix set. You saw that coming, didn't you? Alright, so Fire Blast here. So I went Facade, Fire Blast, Roost, and Dragon Dance, which is a very interesting set because, see, the only Pokemon that I have versus Ferrothorn, right, is a Keldeo. Right now, the only Pokemon that I have is a Keldeo and a Thundurus. Thundurus, of course, hitting Focus Blast. We know how reliable that is. Keldeo hitting Secret Sword. We know how reliable bringing in Keldeo and Ferrothorn is. So I went ahead here, added an Altaria in order to bait Ferrothorns and I guess also Scizors, and kill those off with Fire Blast here. So I just went with I was a little bit skeptical on the EV spread. Didn't know whether I wanted to run a really fat set or like a more offensive set. I went with the more offensive variant, so I'm gonna be running here a Jolly Nature. Nice Jolly, nice near max attack and 56 Spadef. That's 56 HP, sorry. And we have here Facade, right? Facade is able to we're not punished by Will-O-Wisp or anything like that. We're actually we're praised by it. We're gifted by Will-O-Wisp here. So we're gonna be able to switch in on those, get a boost with Facade here, Fire Blast stuff like Ferrothorn, Scizor. So pretty decent set overall. You could try this EV spread. I mean, you could try any EV spread you want, whatever works. But I feel like this is the best moveset for this team. And finally, the Rapid Spinner that we've all been waiting for. Because we lost Drill, because we replaced it with Hippo, I needed to add a Rapid Spinner. I tested a lot of different hazard control Pokemon, and the one that worked the most on this team was none other than your boy Avalugg. All right, now don't get discouraged. All right, don't get discouraged. This actually worked. This actually works a lot. I got so many rage quits from using this Pokemon. Avalugg here is a really good physical wall, able to tank Lando T easily, able to switch into Azu, except for Banded Superpower maybe, able to take a plethora of physical attacks, check Weavile even. So that's Avalugg here. So let me just add a Recover, and now it makes sense, right? Now it makes sense why I'm running Spadef Hippo, because I have this fat Avalugg in order to take physical hits really nicely with a Impish Nature here. Let me just make sure I got all the other natures real quick. I think I did. Okay, did I put careful on that? Yep, I did. Alright, very cool. So the reason that I'm running Spadef Hippo is because I have here Fizdef Avalugg, which walls every physical hit in the book. It's so good. Very nice Pokemon. Very good Rapid Spinner. I've been using Avalugg since X and Y, so it's you all remember that one Stunfisk team, right? You saw my boy Avalugg out there stunting on the field, but Avalugg here is definitely a good. It has decent synergy with the team, puts in work, and I feel that with these edits now, you're no longer weak to what I said you were. and you were able to keep Thundurus and as well as Keldeo, keep some of the same synergy that you had on your previous version of the team, and added a Mega and added some style to it with Avalugg. So that's gonna be this team. Hope it works for you. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you all enjoy it actually, because of course I know many of you will be probably trying out these teams and seeing how they work. But yeah, hope it works. And without further ado, on to team number 3. Alright, so we are on to team number 3 now. We have here a team by Kawaii Trumpets. We got Choice Scarf Kira in black, very cool. Empoleon, which is their Stealth Rocker / Defogger. Clefable, which is a Calm Mind Unaware. I actually have not seen that in a while. It's been a good while since I saw that. I think nowadays we're seeing mainly the Wish Protect Unaware sets, but it's been a while since I've seen this one. Charizard X, which is their Sweeper, very cool. Gliscor is a Subtoxic. Alright, well, that's not bad at all. I usually prefer the Stall Breaking set. I think that would work really well in this meta, so I might change that for you and give it a nice unique move that you don't see every day. And finally we have here Amoonguss. So Amoonguss here of course is going to be the I guess the superior check. I guess pretty cool. But anyways, it has Synthesis as well, which you don't see too often. Okay, so what I want to do first, okay, so the threats, right? The threats, okay, so they say they're having trouble with Weavile. Kind of, I can kind of see that. I mean, definitely since, yeah, the only Pokemon you have versus Weavile is Clef, and I guess Charizard can sort of check it, but I can definitely see Weavile being a problem. Also, Mega Gardevoir is a big problem to your team since you don't really have a way of dealing with it. Yeah, you don't have a way of dealing with Mega Gardevoir. That's a pretty big threat to your team. I mean, Empoleon can't really, it could probably take one Focus Blast, but that's it. Like, what can it do back, right? So, yeah, we could definitely have something for that. Another threat is Mega Gyarados, I think, is also another threat for this team. Mega Pinsir. Tornadus is actually a pretty big threat since you're running Fizdef Gliscor. So, yeah, we got some threats. We'll definitely fix this team up. You haven't told me anything specific to keep on the team, so I'm gonna have fun changing stuff. Hope you don't mind, but yeah, we're gonna keep Clef. Gonna keep Clef here. Gonna keep Gliscor. Now, I'm gonna be changing these sets. The reason I don't like Heal Bell on this team is because it conflicts with Gliscor, right? Gliscor gets poisoned from Toxic Orb. Say it gets knocked off, which is bound to happen in this gen. Heal Bell, you'll never get your poison back again. So that's very conflicting. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to change Clefable. We're going to keep Leftovers. We're going to change this to a Magic Guard set. I think Magic Guard is fine. And I think we're just going to give this 172. Get rid of that. 84. So it's going to be the standard Magic Guard set. I think that's going to work really well for this team. Because of the fact that I'm going to be adding some Pokemon that will help you deal with I guess the reason why you're running this set is because you don't want to be destroyed by setup sweepers, but I'll format your team in a way where your team's not going to be destroyed by setup sweepers anyways, so you can afford to run a Calm Mind Magic Guard set. So we're just going to run here. Well, you already have Moonblast, so let's put a Flamethrower, Moonblast, Soft Boiled, and Calm Mind. This is fine here. And for this Gliscor, I actually want to change the set because I like Spadef Gliscor in this gen, in this meta. So we're just gonna, of course, Poison Heal number is 244. For Toxic or Poison Heal, you always run this on Gliscor. And 8 defense, 200 Spadef, and then, yeah, there we go. So that's the leftover speed here. I mean, what did you have before? Like some 70 something speed? I think the speed is fine. The speed is fine if you want to run like 2 extra speed. That works too. Doesn't matter too much. Careful Nature here. Let me just check here. Did it speed creep? Or not speed creep, but EV creep? No, it didn't. So, this is fine. We'll just run that right now. And actually, we could just make this 244. That's fine as well. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much, but I just wanted to make it a little bit faster than the other ones that are standardly run because of the fact that the moves are going to be Earthquake, right? I'll reveal the cool move at the end. Earthquake, Roost, SD, not Toxic, but Ice Fang. Ice Fang is a cool move. Ice Fang is cool on this set because it can destroy other Gliscors. hits Skarmory for neutral damage, hits flying types, dragon types, and stuff like that. So very nice Pokemon, very nice alongside Earthquake actually. So good coverage, and so we have that right now. I was thinking about Amoonguss, right? I was thinking about how to make this team less Weavile weak. So what I did was I changed Amoonguss to Venusaur, to Mega Venusaur. We kept the exact same type synergy, but now we have Thick Fat, so now we can actually have a nice backup check to Venusaur. Oh, sorry, to Weavile. So we can have Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb. So it's pretty much the standard offensive set. Hidden Power, Fire. Works really well with the team. Synthesis, and yeah, let me just input these EVs real quick. 252. 420. Modest. Excellent. Alright, there we go. So that's the set here. Very solid Pokemon, very good for this team. Works well with the synergy of the team overall. Checks stuff like switches in on stuff like Keldeo, Azu, etc. Yeah, it's just a good Pokemon overall. Alright, so what I did now, in order to make you even less Weavile weak than you already are, I changed Empoleon here into a Skarmory. And what Skarmory also does is it allows you to also deal with Pinsir. Like I said, you had a threat against Pinsir, or you had a weakness to Pinsir. Mega Gyarados as well, since you have Venusaur to check it. Clefable can sorta decently check it if it hasn't set up already. And Skarmory, of course, which is a Fizdef set, can definitely check Gyarados here nicely. So Rocky Helmet, I love Rocky Helmet, so I'm gonna be running the Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet t-shirt's coming out soon. Kidding. Maybe someday. Let me know what you guys think about that. But anyways, so yeah, just the standard set here. And Defog. And we got here 248. There's a 222, and then I'll just put 8 here. So we'll have faster Whirlwinds than the other defensive Skarms. And we have yeah, Impish Nature there. So that we got that nice nice Skarmory on deck. Not even bad. Looking good with the team overall. Looking nice. The team isn't really stalled because we got Setup Sweeper, offensive Pokemon, another Setup Sweeper, Skarmory. So it's not like a fat team. I mean, it's a fat team, but it's not like a stall team. It's not stalled. Definitely not stalled. And to prove that, the last 2 Pokemon that I'm going to add, of course, well, we can't have another Mega. You can only have one, since it's just productive that way. And I was thinking of keeping Kyurem, but then I realized there are some other options out there. So what I did was I added 2 Pokemon, right? These 2 Pokemon can help you check Gardevoir, can help you check Tornadus, can help you check Pinsir, help you check Mega Gyarados, also checks Weavile as well. So what I did was I added here Terrakion and Bisharp. I added those both because those are some nice offensive presence overall. Has good synergy with the team, and as I was testing it, it worked out really well. It worked out amazingly together. So what I did was I added Choice Scarf Terrakion here, right? Let me just input this first. Close Combat, Stone Edge, Rock Slide to hit those more accurately, even though sometimes it doesn't always end up that way. But X Scissor, Max, Force Bidef, and finally I added, oops, sorry, Nature is Jolly. My nature's not adamant. CBB would get mad if it was adamant. But anyways, I added a Choice Scarf Bisharp here as well, because it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool because it can check Talonflame alongside. Terrakion checks Talonflame with Stone Edge, of course, if Talonflame is not already set up, and then Bisharp here also checks Talonflame, and I'll show you why. Got that Iron Head, got the knockoff, got Pursuit, which is always fun. Pursuit in order to deal with Pursuit type Gengars and stuff like that. And because we don't really have, well, Bisharp here, Scarf Bisharp can easily deal with all the Fairy type Pokemon because they don't even expect Choice Scarf. And Stone Edge to hit stuff like Mega Pinsir, kill those things in one hit Talonflame, all that good stuff. And we are faster than Talonflame with the Choice Scarf with this following EV spread of that. Jolly Nature. And there we go. That is this team right here. It's looking nice. We didn't really change much in terms of synergy. I did change some big things like Kyurem Black and stuff like that, but we replaced them for sweepers that I thought worked really well with the team overall. Got a Defogger, which is nice. Got a Stealth Rocker, which is Wait a second. Stealth Rocker. Stealth Rocker. Alright, there we go. So we got so we got a Stealth Rocker here, and we got yeah, we got everything all set. Everything is looking good. So that is the team. Let me know if you have any trouble. It should be definitely capable of dealing with Weavile. If you're still not able to deal with Weavile with this team, then I don't know, you're doing something wrong. You're definitely doing something wrong. You gotta rethink what you're doing. But yeah, this is definitely Weavile proof, and it helps you deal with some of the other threats that I told you about. And that is it. That is it for this team. So I hope you guys enjoyed this team. And on to team number 4. Alright, team number 4, we got a team from Primal Poochyena. We got here Entei. Ooh, Choice Banded Entei. And that was, of course, the request that he wanted to keep. Keep Entei. That's not going anywhere. That's staying right on this team. We got here also a Tyranitar. So a nice nice sand team. So we got that nice sand, Smooth Rock T-Tar, Sand Drill. We also have here Rotom Wash. We have here Skarmory, Defog, Spadef Skarmory, and Mega Altaria, which is the support set, I think. This is the oh, actually, it's probably the special attacking set with Heal Bell. Yeah, it's definitely because it has special attack EVs. Okay, so cool team. So they say they're having trouble with Keldeo, as well as other water types. I can kind of see that. I mean, yeah, you have a Rotom Wash. I mean, Altaria is the only real Pokemon that can deal with Keldeo. So I can kind of see if they go for like an Icy Wind or something, you're in a really bad spot. So yeah, I can see that. Water types, kind of an issue, a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. But I'll definitely fix that for you. I'll definitely fix it. Yeah. I mean, I can see that. Instead of, okay, let's make this team really cool. Let's pimp the squad. Let's pimp it so amazingly that it'll be amazing. All right. So instead of T-Tar plus Drill, let's actually do something different, okay? Let's actually, because I have an idea of where I want this team to go, but the synergy-wise, like synergy of the team will look good if I do it this way. Here's what we're gonna do, right? Instead of T-Tar plus Drill, we're gonna go Hippo plus Stoutland. Now you may be wondering, you may be scratching your head right now. You may be asking if I'm going insane right now. I am not. This is actually, it actually works out so well, and it's able to actually literally sweep teams. After rocks, I'm pretty sure, well, not even after rocks, even before, it still knocks out Lottie from full health. Choice Banded Return, it's so good. It's actually really good. Even though there's like Rocky Helmet in this meta, I mean, we'll have other Pokemon to deal with that. No worries. Absolutely no worries. So we're not going to go with Spadef Hippo this time like the last team. We're going to go with, standard leftovers. Exact same moveset, because this is, of course, a great, if not the greatest, Hippowdon moveset. Stealth Rocks. And we're just going to go with a little bit more Spadef than usual, but a little bit more Spadef than usual, but still a mixed set, I guess. 192. Impish. And there it is. So we got our Sand User. We don't even need Smooth Rock because Stoutland doesn't even need to stay in for so long. Stoutland doesn't have to set up, doesn't need to stay in for that long. It just comes in, kills something, runs away. So with Stoutland here, we can run Choice Band because that's the best set for this Pokemon. Sand Rush, and look at this attack stat, right? It's got that base 110 attack, 350, amazing, double speed, so it's gonna be really fast, right? And I'll just drop 4 here in that defense. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna run Frustration, nice and powerful. Ice Fang, so that we can hit stuff like Lando T, Chomp maybe if they switch in on us. Pursuit, so that we can trap Gengars and other stuff like that. I guess, yeah, like we can trap stuff that want to switch out of this Pokemon. And finally, some nice and power, super power. So we got that. We got this nice cash moveset here, alongside Hippo plus Choice Banded Entity. So we got that nice double Choice Band here. Double Choice Band is going to be putting in that work, putting in that power. Alright, so it may seem that, well, we got rid of a water weakness. I'm actually going to be getting rid of Rotom Wash. We're going to keep Skarmory. I think we should definitely 100% keep Skarmory. I think I just want to run Rocky Helmet though, with more Fizz Def EVs I like, definitely. Impish Nature. I like that actually. Yeah, that's good. I like Fizdef. And instead of a Mega Altaria, I want to put a Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie, of course, will bounce back hazards. Can also check Keldeo because it is faster than it. So, and we can also lead off with it versus Chomps. Bounce back hazards. Very nice, very nice. Moonblast, Diamond Storm, Earth Power, Protect, standard set, 224 I think, and then max speed. Yep, calculated correctly. Beep boop. Shout out Chimpact, and oops, not timid nature, naive nature. All right, there we go. So we got that Diancie, right? Got that Diancie. Now I may be going against what I previously said I was gonna do, making your team less water weak. It may look like I'm doing that right now, making it more water weak, but trust me, this last Pokemon slot here, it's the ultimate water counter. The ultimate water counter. We got here Tangrowth, alright? Let me tell you something about Tangrowth. Tangrowth here is an Assault Vest user. Okay, so Giga Drain, Knockoff, Earthquake, and I like for this team to run Sludge Bomb so that we can kill stuff like Breloom. Now, Tangrowth here is the ultimate water counter because it can switch in on so many things. It's so bulky, and it has Regenerator as well, so no problem at all. Right, versus Keldeo, we can switch this thing in, Giga Drain up. Versus Tail Glow Manaphy, after one Tail Glow, we can take an Ice Beam, use Giga Drain, and I mean, we have other backup checks like Stoutland, Diancie. Unless you're running like a team like What Are You Doing? With like 3 waters, people usually just run 1 water, at most maybe 2. So you're not really, unless it's like a rain team. Versus rain, you have Sand to combat with that, Pursuit to trap stuff that want to switch out on you so that they can preserve it for like more rain stuff. I fought rain teams with this team. I've won versus rain teams, and it's been working out really well. So I feel like this was gonna be very good for you. With just Tangrowth by itself is good. Plus, because you have faster Pokemon, right? You have Sand, and you have Sand Rush. So with Stoutland, so you're gonna be just taking things down one by one. So you're not really that weak to water types anymore. Even though you have less water resistances on your team, you're not any weaker to it. So this is gonna work out really well for you, I feel. I've been testing this team out, and this is actually one of my more favorite ones. I think I've been liking this team a lot. Been working out a lot on the ladder. So yeah, hope you like this team. And just making sure I have not missed anything. I don't think I did. Love that Rocky Helmet. Love Tangrowth. You'll be seeing more Tangrowth actually for some of the other teams, but yeah, that's what we got here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop on to team. What is this? Oops. Was this number 4? I'm pretty sure this was number 4, right? I don't have a number for this one. But yeah, this is team number 4, so completed. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on to team number 5. So one sec, guys. Alright guys, so team number 5 is going to be our lower tier team of the episode. I've decided that I'm going to be doing 9 OU teams due to the high demand of OU squads and 1 lower tier team, which can be of any lower tier. It doesn't have to be UU, it can be RU, NU, it doesn't matter. I'll find something, I'll find one of you guys, and I will use one of your lower tier squads if you do suggest it, but only one. 9 of them are going to be OU because that's what I'm best at. For this UU squad here, I actually got my buddy Omfuga, great player, especially in these lower tiers, in order to help me out. So he can't be here, of course, because his laptop his mic is just horrible. So that's what he told me. But anyways, we got here a squad from Crazy Crocodile. We got here Nasty Plot Infernape, very cool. Mega Blastoise, which is not a rapid spinner, interesting enough. Azelf, Stealth Rock lead. SD Lucario, Spadef Florges, which is, I don't know if I agree with that because it does kind of throw off the offensiveness of the team because you have a Stealth Rock Azelf. So, and finally Assault Vest Empoleon. Okay, so here's what my buddy Omfuga has to say. So he can't be here. Of course, I'll link his Twitter in the description if you want to say hi to Omfuga or something. Just hit him up on Twitter, be like, what's poppin', bro. But Omfuga said that he made this team more well-rounded, and he said that looking at this team right now, okay, tell me if you agree with this. Looking at this team, it looks awkwardly hyper offense without the power of hyper offense. I can see that because Azelf is a Stealth Rock lead. It's kind of like, you use it on hyper offense, Suicide lead, and then without the power of hyper offense, so you have like a Wall Florges, Assault Vest Empoleon. Yeah, I can see that, definitely. So the first thing he did was, Crazy Crocodile of course said that we have to keep Infernape and Blastoise. So that is exactly what we're going to do. But the first change Fuga made was to Infernape, not changing the Pokemon itself, but the move. So of course, he just made this Timid for defense, and then instead of Close Combat, Vacuum Wave. And the reason for Vacuum Wave that he said was because that you should be more worried about offense on this team than Stall, because you have an offensive team. Stall isn't really a problem, and you got to worry more about offensive teams, is what he said. Vacuum Wave puts in that work versus those offensive teams, and plus it's priority, which is really nice, really good in general. So we got that. For Blastoise, what he did was he put Rapid Spin over Aura Sphere, because Rapid Spin on Blastoise is very nice. Didn't change the EV spread or anything, so you can keep that how it is. Instead of Azelf, he changed Azelf into Crocodile. Ironic, because your name is Crazy Crocodile, so we got you a Crocodile here. So Black Glasses, Knockoff, Earthquake, Taunt, Stealth Rock. So yeah, we got that. Oh, of course, the EV spread, Max, 4, Jolly Nature. So I asked him, "Hey, I'm Fuga, buddy. Why Crocodile, man? Why over Azelf?" And he said that Crocodile because I did not like Azelf on the team, and Crook's a good rocker. Crook is nice. All right, so that's what he said. Intimidate's cool. So that's why we have that there, and that's Pokemon. That's what we have there. So now he did change Lucario as well. Changed Lucario into Cobalion. And of course, you know, for every change he made, I always asked him why. So let me just put Cobalion first. Close Combat, Stone Edge, Swords Dance. I mean, I trust Fuga with these kinds of teams for like lower tier ones. He's solid. All right, so we got this this Cash Cobalion set here. Nice Shuckleberry Cobalion, very cool. So he said Cobalion patches a lot of the defensive holes, and it still has most of Lucario's sweeping potential. So that's why he has that there, because it pretty much has the exact same, you know, it has the same type synergy as Lucario, nice coverage as well, and it has more defense, so it patches up a lot of the holes, is what he's trying to say. So that works out really nicely. Now the team doesn't really look like it's hyper offense, so because we took away the Suicide Lead Azelf, so now it kind of makes sense to keep Florges, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna definitely keep Florges now, so that's fine. That is fine. All right, so we're gonna keep Florges here. I think what he did was he changed this Florges set to Calm Mind instead of Toxic, and the reason that he did that was because of the sweeping potential that now Florges has. It's just a better set in general, and he said that Toxic just doesn't do anything, so that's why he has this this Florges set here. And finally, instead of Empoleon, he has changed that into Shaman. Life Orb, Seed Flare, Dazzling Gleam. My voice feels a little bit strained. I think it's because I've been talking a lot today. And synthesis. Forgive me. But yeah, we're just gonna add here some EVs. Timid Nature. Timid. Alright, so yeah, he didn't really explain about Shaman, but he said it was better. So I agree. I agree. But this team is looking nice, isn't it? Like, this team looks much better now. It looks more solid. Definitely a better team than what it was before. So you should be in a good position right now, my friend. You should be doing well with this team. You should be rocking this team. So we got here, yep, Nasty Plot. Everything looks fine. Vacuum Wave is nice priority. Now you have a spinner on your team. Now you actually can get rid of hazards without having to rely on Taunt just to stop them. Crocodile also has Taunt too, so you got some extra insurance there. Nice rocker. Cobalion, which is a good sweeper. Another Calm Mind sweeper here in Florges. And finally, a Shaman. So that's going to be this team. Hope you like it. That is our lower tier team of this episode. And now on to team number 6. Back to the OU tier. Here we go. Alright, so team number 6 we got here. Very cool team by Maxwell. We got here Charizard Y, Excadrill, Celebi. He did say to keep Zardoy and Celebi, so I'm just going to move that up there real quick. So we got here Ooh, so we got here some sand and sun. So we got here some sunny sand. Not bad. Alright, so we got here also Raikou, Hippo, Raikou, and Chansey. Raikou is of course Calm Mind. Leftovers and okay, Chansey. Well, that's fine. It's fine. I think okay, so you have some threats. I could definitely see Weavile being a threat. I can definitely see Garchomp, especially offensive Garchomp. Your only way to deal with Garchomp on this team is Hippo. That's your only way to deal with it, and it could be a problem. Could potentially be a problem. Gyarados can be a threat, especially Mega Gyarados, Hoopa, and some threats you don't see too often. For Alligator is definitely a threat. Victini, Mega Gallade I think is also a threat. Sharpedo. Yeah, I can see some threats here. We'll keep Charizard Y. We'll keep Celebi. Alright, we're gonna keep these two Pokemon just the way they are. We ain't gonna touch these Pokemon. Here's what I'm thinking, right? I kinda don't like the sun and sand to be conflicting. I feel like that could well, I mean you see it sometimes. You see like sand teams with Charizard Y, but I kinda wanna make this team not sand reliant when there's sun Pokemon there. So I wanna add here a Garchomp. I just want to replace actually here, let me just swap these rules here. It'll make more sense. I want to replace the Stealth Rocker from Hippowdon to Garchomp, and then I want to replace the Hazard Control Mon from Drill to Scizor, to regular Scizor, and you'll see why. You'll see why. The Rocky Helmet Chomp is going to be the set here, pretty standard. Dragon Tail, and Swords Dance, and Stealth Rock. We got that cash set. We got here 192 HP. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a little bit more speed here and give you enough speed to outrun Hoopa. Like Life Orb Hoopa. Impish Nature. So you got that nice defense, Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin. Plus some extra speed, so that's cool. And for this Scizor, it's going to be a leftover Scizor. This actually works. I've been testing this team out, and this is actually one of my one of the teams that I've actually been working the most. Surprisingly, you will see how this team ends up. But this team has been working out so often for me. Good win ratio on this team. But Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Defog, and Roost. Another one of my top favorites, I think. You'll see the end of this team. Definitely one of my top favorites. All right, so we got Defog. Oh, EV Spread. EV Spread. Ooh, I can't forget that. Can't forget that EV Spread. Alright, there we go. So we got that, and then that. Yep. With the Adamant Nature. So we got that nice leftovers Defog Scizor. You might have seen a couple of these floating around there, but I mean, it's definitely a good set. Definitely puts in work and can get rid of hazards and check fairy types and stuff like that. So yeah, good Pokemon in general. So we got these 4 Pokemon here. Char-Y, Nasty Pass into Char-Y, very good. Garchomp, and Scizor. So I felt like adding an Azu here to this team, and the reason I wanted to add Azu is because it's a good Pokemon to deal with Weavile as well, since Scizor can still get knocked off and stuff like that. So it can kind of be annoying. So I added Azu as a backup check to that. Also, Azu can check Gyarados pretty nicely, sort of. It can check Sharpedo, Gallade, Victini. Can also sort of check for Alligator. So I decided to run a bulkier set. Well, I mean, standard Assault Vest, so it is the bulkier Azu that people usually run. So we're going to have your Play Rough, Waterfall, Aqua Jet, and Knockoff. Standard Azu, 240 HP, max attack, 16, and yeah, Adamant Nature's fine. Yup, so we got that Assault Vest Azu here, and now what I did was I made an amazing change here. You see this Chansey here? You see this Chansey? Gone. You want to know what I did though? I put a really good Pokemon to replace Chansey. Because Chansey is a normal type, it's so easy to replace. I mean, I'm guessing you only had Chansey just to patch up your weaknesses, because Chansey is one of those kinds of Pokemon that switches in on a lot of stuff. So I did something similar to that. I added a Pokemon that's similar to Chansey, but actually has some style. I added here a classy Porygon 2. Look at that. Look at this Pokemon here. Look at this. Eviolite. And we got that Trace so that we can... Ooh. We got that Trace so that we can switch it on stuff like Heatran. Take that Flash Fire. We can trace a lot of different things, actually, which makes it very fun. Gonna put T-Bolt. Nice Bolt Beam combination. Bolt Beam Recover. and Thunder Wave. Very cool. Oops, that did not work out well. Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave. There we go. And Recover. So we got this set here, and this Pokemon, of course, will be very useful in terms of, yeah, I mean, it's bulky. It's so hard to kill. You want to know how much a Mega Pincers Close Combat does to this? Like, literally 40 to 50 something percent. Like, that's actually how much it does. So, it's bulky. It's good. So the EV spread, of course, is going to be 248, 204, 56. Alright, cool. It's definitely a cooler Pokemon than Chansey, in my opinion. Does put in that same amount of work, I think, and it's just good. Wait, why do I have T-Bolt twice? That was not there before. That was that was actually not there before. Watch out, guys, when you are editing your moves and stuff. Be careful of that. But anyways, that is the set here. I felt that it would do more work than Chansey. T-Wave stuff is pretty fun. Recover's nice, and it's just bulkier overall. It takes a lot of physical hits better than Chansey, and it has Bolt Beam, and it has a decent special attack, which Chansey does not have. I like it better than Chansey. Porygon 2 has always been a more favorite choice of mine than Chansey, so yeah, try that out. Hopefully this will work for you. It definitely worked a lot for me. So yeah, try this team out. I like it a lot, and just making sure there's nothing else I need to change. I don't think so. I think we're good. So yeah, this is looking good. So anyways, on to the next team. We are now going to be on team number 7. So I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so we are here with team number 7. We got here a team by Exodus Latios with regular Kyurem, nice sub roost, nice throwback from the black and white days. I remember this set. I think your EV spread's off though. We only need 405. And yeah, there we go. We only need like 405 in order to not get broken subs from Seismic Toss. So yeah, this is fine. Okay, so we got here Sub Roost Kyurem. We got here Mega Scizor. Very cool. Lando T, which is a double dancing set. Okay. Tangrowth here. I can respect Tangrowth. You know, I can respect Tangrowth. Let's keep Tangrowth. T-Tar and Mandibuzz for, I'm guessing, defogging, checking Hoopa and stuff like that. So, pretty cool. Now, okay, so you wanted to keep Kyurem. We're going to keep that. And I like Tangrowth, so we're going to keep that, right? You have some threats. Definitely Mega Venusaur is a pretty big threat, since Kyurem is not Terravolt like Kyurem Black is. It doesn't break it. It doesn't break the thick fat. It doesn't break the thick fat because you are pressure. So you'll be hitting neutral ice beams versus Mega Venusaur. So that's not going to be really good for you. And I think in that sense, you don't really have anything versus Mega Venusaur. So we're going to have to change something. Of course, keeping Kyurem and Tangrowth. I like those two together. All right, so Mega Sableye is another big threat because you don't really have it. You don't really have anything for Mega Sableye, other than, well, I mean, you can beat Mega Sableye by, I guess, pressure stalling it with Sub Roost, but yeah, I don't know. Like, you might need something else. Yeah, I think you'll definitely need something else. Tornadus Therian is also a really big threat to this team, especially if it has superpower. But I mean, you have Stone Edge there, so you can check that decently. Okay, so, and also I think Chestnut's a pretty big threat to your team. Belly Drum Chestnut is kind of a threat. Yeah, a little bit. You don't see it too often, but it's there. Anyways, okay, so we're going to keep Kyurem, we're going to keep Tangrowth. Let us change Scizor. Actually, you know what? Volturn looks kind of threatening just because your only Volt Switch resist, or your only Volt Switch immunity is Lando T. So I kind of want to do Jirachi Hippo here, because Hippo can actually deal with a lot of these Pokemon better. Jirachi is nice because it can free up your Mega slot in order for you to choose a Mega that can sort of deal with Mega Sableye. So I'm gonna go with a Choice Scarf set here. Actually, let me just fill out Hippo first, because Hippo is a Stealth Rocker. Leftovers, Stealth Rock, Slack Off, oops, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Slack Off. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And now 232, 84, and 192. Very good. Careful, because you got to be careful, you know, out there in the Pokemon world. No, not careful. Impish. My bad. Yeah, that's the spread. Okay, cool. So, yeah, and Jirachi is a Scarf user. I'm gonna run a little different. I'm gonna run a little different set here. We're gonna run Iron Head, Heart Stamp because it's cool. Gonna run Thunder and U-Turn. Ah, look at that set. Nice mixed. Nice mix. I'm not running Healing Wish because I do have another Pokemon in mind for that kind of support, for that kind of team support. I have another Pokemon in mind for that. And now that we've freed up a Mega slot, you know what I'm gonna add? You know what I'm gonna add right now? I'm gonna add ourselves a nice and powerful Mega Audino. I'm having too much fun with these teams though, but I swear they work. Okay, like they actually do work. I've been testing them out. They work. I've been winning games, so there's no reason why you can't as well. Just remember that motto in life. No reason why you can't win in life as well, or in anything, as long as you try. Anyways, here we got Mega Audino. This thing is bulky. The reason I wanted to go Mega Audino over something like Mega Gardevoir is because with Mega Gardevoir, I'm weak to Weavile. You had Scizor before, but Scizor is not able to beat Mega Sableye. So I had to change Scizor in order to have like another fairy type that was good versus Sableye. But then I had to make sure that I was not Weavile weak. So I decided to go Mega Audino because Mega Audino can 2-hit KO Mega Sableye after rocks, and then it can also counter. I'm safe to say it can counter counter Weavile because it has really good defense. So you can switch in on it. It has Wish, it has Protect, it has Heal Bell, it is a Cleric, it has a Fairy type move, it kills Weavile, kills Sableye. It's awesome. So look at this 4 or 5 HP, 386 defense, plus it has Regenerator before Mega, so might as well add that. Yeah, pre-Mega. Okay, cool. So yeah, we got that nice Tangrowth Audino Regenerator going on there. Now the final Pokemon. I guess you can keep Mandibuzz. I don't really see a problem with why you shouldn't keep it. But I've been running a different Pokemon and it's been working out for me. I know you have Mandibuzz here probably for Hoopa, but I haven't really encountered any problem with Hoopa when I've been running Jirachi. Plus, I mean, Audino can take a Gunk Shot pretty well, I think. I haven't really calculated. Plus, Hippo can check it, I guess. I don't know. Like, I haven't really had a problem with Hoopa, so I changed Mandibuzz. And I changed Mandibuzz to a very unique defogger. This defogger you don't really see too often in OU. At all, actually. It is going to be Salamence. But like I said, you know, if you want to run Mandibuzz, if you want to keep running Mandibuzz on this team, you can. But I'm running Salamence because it's actually been putting in work. I've been trying out many different slots for this last section here. So Intimidate with that. Oh, my bad. That's the EV spread. Hydro Pump, Fire Blast. So I got that nice coverage there. Defog and Roost. I think it's been working out so well for me because nobody expects it. So they're always wondering what's going on. So I get some free kills. I get the kills that I want in order to secure the game. So we have here just a defensive Rocky Helmet Salamence. And it's pretty interesting because it does work. It does work really nicely. And helps me check stuff like Lando and things like that. So it also kills Lando with the Hydro Pump. You know, you can 2-hit KO Hippo, I think almost. Hydro Pump, Lando, Gliscor, then Fire Blast. You can hit Ferrothorn, Scizor, Bisharp, and stuff like that. So it was very fun set to use, and that is the team. So let's see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. The team is looking nice right now. I know I made a lot of changes. I've been making a lot of changes to these teams, but I mean, this is Pimp My Squads. I'm pimping your squads. I'm not just editing a little bit and giving it back. I'm pimping them. I am making them fresh. I'm making them look really cool. So, and they play cool too. So you'll like them. I hope you like them. So, anyways, that's gonna be the team. Hope you like it, my friend, and you know, try it out, see how it goes. Let me know what you think. And that's for anybody like that tries it out. If you have a question, just let me know. I'll help you solve your problems. So anyways, that's going to be team number 7. On to team number 8. Alright guys, team number 8. We got here a team by the Lindamar. We got here Mega Glalie. Ooh, Mega Glalie. I haven't seen this Pokemon in ages. That's my boy Mega Glalie. Shout out to my boy the Lindamar for bringing on Mega Glalie onto this episode here. Mega Glalie is a cool Mega. Very interesting Mega indeed. It reminds me of my good friend, actually. No, I'm kidding. Nah. Hey, Glalie. Close your mouth. Alright, anyways. Anyways, we got here. I'm kidding. I'm a jokester, man. Like I have a joke all the time. I joke all the time about my friends. Anyways, we got here Mega Glalie squad. Magnezone to trap steel type. I can see that going well with Glalie. So the submission said, you know, keep Glalie, keep Magnezone. So we're gonna keep those. Lando T, which is for rocks. Okay, Talonflame, Brave Bird, Will-O-Wisp, Roost, Taunt. So no setup move. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Starmie, which is a rapid spitting set, and Clefable. Okay, so some threats to this team. Offensive water types. Any offensive water type is a threat. Starmie cannot take them all. Keldeo, maybe Starmie could take, but that's it. Because Manaphy it can't be Manaphy. Mega Gyarados, and every other water type offensive Pokemon. So yeah, let's restructure this team a little bit. We'll keep Pac-Man, we'll keep Friend Zone. I want to add let's see here. So I want to add a Lottie. Lottie's a good Pokemon on this team. Give it a nice Life Orb. Give it a Draco, Psyshock, Defog, and Healing Wish. Alright, nice. Standard set, I mean, nothing really too surprising about this. Timid nature. Alright, so we got this Pokemon here. I want to add a Garchomp. I feel like it's more offensive pressure. I like it better than Lando because it's fast. Even though you don't have the Volt turn, you still got Volt Switch and Chomp. Chomp is Chomp. Chomp is awesome. I like Chomp on this team. Earthquake, Drag, Tail. I like this. I actually like this combination move. I've been using it for like the past few teams right now. Whatever this Garchomp set is. Swords Dance, Stealth Rock, and I like how setting the speed here will allow you to outrun Hoopa. It's always fun. Always fun to just Earthquake Hoopas. 136. There we go. Yep. So we got that. Got that set here. Nice little speed creep. Not bad. Alright, so not speed creep, EV creep. Whatever you call it. Anyways, so we got here yeah, we could probably add another water resist for this team. Like I said, we were weak to many of these offensive water types. One Pokemon that can actually deal with these water type threats is Azu. Lottie plus Azu is really good together, or are really good together. So, gonna go with a Choice Banded set here. Play Rough, Waterfall, Aqua Jet, Superpower, and 88 HP. So lately I've been getting annoyed by Azus outrunning my own Azus. I've been getting kind of pissed off, like trying to ladder like my Azus out on the field. And this other guy brings out their Azu thinking they're all cool. I'm like, alright, you know what? My Azu's gonna go first. And then their Azu just kills me. So you know what I did here? I outspeed Belly Drum Azu by 1 point now. Let's go. So that's what I got here. So anyways, this is my Choice Banded Azu set. Nice EV spread on this Azu. It's different from the standard set because I'm running faster Azu than Belly Drum. So Banded Azu, of course, will be nice versus water types alongside Lottie. Lottie's got Healing Wish, brings back a Pokemon to life. The team is looking more offensive. And for Talonflame, you know what, my friend? Let's keep Talonflame. I'm gonna keep Talonflame for you, man. You know what we're gonna do though? We're gonna change the set though. I don't like this defensive set. I like an offensive set. So we're gonna go with a nice SD Talonflame. SD. Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Roost, and Swords Dance. There we go. That is what I'm talking about, man. Alright, Sharp Beak. My beaks are sharp. I don't know if that sounded right, but anyways. Yeah, this is looking nice. I like this team looking. It's looking crisp right now, man. It's looking crisp. Yeah, I like this. Let's see. Just seeing if I missed anything. No nature, EVs, etc. Yeah, we're good. But now the team is more offensive, right? You're able to deal with water type Pokemon. even offensive water types. You got Banded, Azu, you got Lottie, and then you got a bunch of offensive pressure. Now, like, you have you have Freeze Dry on your Glalie, which is nice, very cool. And now you have Priority, SD, Sweeping potential, so that's always nice. Plus Healing Wish and Trapping with Mag. So I like this team a lot. Very fun team in general. Really, it actually really brings out Glalie as an offensive Pokemon, and I think it does it really well. So yeah, feel free to re-nickname these Pokemon. I'm not gonna do it for you, but yeah, hope you like this team. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Glalie has got a lot of power. A very good Pokemon. I like it. Thanks for bringing it on. Thanks for bringing it on the show, my friend. Thanks for bringing it on the show. On to the next team, team number 9. Okay, so team number 9. We got here a team by Adamantite. We got here Charizard X. Ooh, very cool set because it has this is a Will-O-Wisp set. Of course, you know, you guys know this is not a fun set to face. This is absolutely not a fun set to face, but this is a fun set to use, especially since this Charizard just burns all the Pokemon that could otherwise take it down, like Azu or T-Tar and stuff like that. It just burns it with Will-O-Wisp and it's crippled. So a lot of fun to use. I've been well, they told me to keep this set. I have not changed it. I do not regret it. So this set will be there to stay. Very fun Pokemon to use. So Charizard X. Alright, so they also have Skarmory here, and I immediately changed it when I saw that it didn't have Roost. So it might have been a mistake, but I mean, no Roost Skarmory for defensive is a no-no. So anyways, we have here Keldeo, Specs Keldeo. We're gonna keep for sure. I like it. Lando T, Choice Scarf Lando T, Superior, and a Heatran for some rocks. Okay, so they say that fairies are a threat to them. I don't really see fairy types being a threat. Like, the only fairy type I'd see being a threat to your team is probably Diancie. Definitely Diancie. And maybe Gardevoir. Otherwise, the slow fairy types, there's no problem because Zard 2-hit KOs every slow fairy type bar Azu, but it burns Azu. And Heatran is able to deal with all the other slow fairy types. So I guess your only real issue is just dealing with faster fairy types. So I will make sure to give you a fast fairy check. So here's what we're gonna do, right? Keeping Zard, keeping Keldeo. Oh, you're also a little bit weak to yeah, oh, he says that, or they say that they're weak to Keldeo. So I will make sure that this team is Keldeo proof. Alright, so here we go. So keeping Zard, the exact same, keeping Keldeo, the exact same. Now, let's replace this thing for a Jirachi. We lose Hazard Control for now, but we're replacing it for a Jirachi. Choice Scarf set, I mean, you've seen it probably on 2 previous teams that I've already just done, or maybe 3, I'm not sure, but it's just so good in this meta. Choice Scarf Rachi, it gets the job done. Good check to fairy types, and yeah, this is just gonna be the standard set either, so nothing really fancy like that one Thunder set that I was trying out, which is pretty fun to use. Jolly Nature. Alright, so there we go, right? Now we keep Lando. You have a weird EV spread on your Lando, by the way. For being Scarf, that's a really odd set. But here's what we're gonna do. We're going to gonna run. So the standard set, of course, is that with that Impish. I'm gonna give you rocks on this Lando. So the standard set is this, right? Pretty much the standard set, though we're gonna give you 1 less speed. Since you're not leftovers, we're gonna give you 1 less of that. Dump it all to that. So there we go. A little bit less for that slower U-turn, and then a little bit extra odd number HP because you're not running leftovers for that hazard damage. And yeah, there we go. So some nice rocks on this Lando. Rocky Helmet, very nice. Now, okay, so you said that, I think you were saying like something about how you feel weak to Keldeo when you lose Superior and stuff like that. Okay, let us patch up this Keldeo weakness. So we have rocks already. We have a fairy check. Let's get rid of a Pokemon here. Put Lottie here. I think Lottie works really well for this team just because of the fact that it is a defogger and it checks Keldeo nicely. Very nicely. Healing Wish and defog. The reason I'm running Thunderbolt over Psyshock is because I have a Jirachi here. Jirachi has that Heart Press. Oh, what is it? Heart Stamp. Heart Press. Heart Stamp so that you know, you can still be Venusaur with this. And yeah, Lottie's nice here. So just standard set here, standard EV spread, 184, max, timid. There we go. So we got that. Now, here's the thing, right? Jirachi is going to be taking those fairy hits. And with the team as it is right now, Jirachi is also going to be taking those dragon hits. So when Joey be dropping Dracos, it's not looking too good for Rachi if there's also a fairy type Pokemon on the team. So what I thought we would do is change Superior into a Pokemon that can deal with, I guess, sort of dragon types, I guess, and also sort of Keldeo as well. Have another sort of backup check to Keldeo, while at the same time, yeah, being able to check dragon types and good synergy for the team. Similar synergy alongside Superior. So I decided to add a very interesting Pokemon you don't see every day, a Whimsicott. A Whimsicott because of the fact that it will keep your opponent on their toes, because it will keep your opponent on their toes because they will have a tough time setting up when you have Encore to Encore them. Stun Spore here will be able to cripple Pokemon that would otherwise outrun you. We're going to run that, and that. Bold. So nice max defense here. And this is the set. This is a good set for this team. Really does split how you take damage. So you can, I guess, let Whimsicott take Dragon type hits. Jirachi let it take Fairy type. You don't really want to stack up too much on one Pokemon, so it kind of spreads it out a little bit. And Whimsicott here, good synergy with the team overall. Like I said, has that Moonblast to hit Mega Sableye, and of course Charizard is a nice Mega Sableye check as well. And so is Keldeo, Specs Keldeo, and Scarf Rachi if you don't get burned. So yeah, this is good. This is a really good team. It's been working out a lot for me, and hopefully it will work out the same for anyone that tries it. So like I always like to say that because usually a lot of the times when a team works out for me, like teams work out differently for everybody. Not everybody can use a team the same way that somebody else does. So the teams that work for me may or may not work for somebody else. So all I can do is pray it does, and if it doesn't, I can help you. So that's all I can do. So let me know what you think about this team. Hopefully you like it, man, because it's been working out well for me. So it's been working out solidly. So anyways, that is going to be this team. On to the last team, number 10. Here we go. Alright guys, so our last and final team is from Still Scrimmaging. We got here a Mega Pinsir squad. Nice and powerful. We got here a Mega Pinsir SD set. Alright, cool. Garchomp, which is a Rocky Helmet, not a Stealth Rock set. Interesting. Okay, so Rocky Helmet set without Stealth Rocks. Manaphy, which is Tail Glow. Clefable, which is, okay, so Clefable is the Stealth Rocker. Garchomp is Rocky Helmet, 3 attacks and Endure. Okay, so Excadrill, which is the Rapid Spinner for this team. Okay, so Scarf Spinner. And Latios, which is, okay, not the Defogger, but 3 attacks. Okay, so I feel like some of the members of this team are kind of, I feel like they're kind of jumbled up a little bit, to be honest. I want to help you separate them out a little bit. You know, spread out the roles and make this team a Lord squad. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're keeping Pinsir for sure, 100%. We're gonna take this Lottie, right? We're gonna take Lottie, move it up here. Gonna keep Lottie, but with Lottie, we're gonna give you Psyshock, right? Gonna give this thing Psyshock. We are going to give it Defog. Okay, so this is our hazard control mon. We don't have to split it up between Lottie and Drill and stuff like that. And we're just gonna keep Lottie. Okay, we're gonna keep Lottie. I'm going to give you Memento here. Now here's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at this team, I'm thinking this is a really good idea. With Pinsir, Memento Lottie is so good because you can actually use it and it helps you set up a lot easier by lowering, you know, who your opponent's special attack by 2 stages, which means they'll do less damage to you, which means you can potentially set up better. So we're going to keep this. We're going to keep Mega Pinsir, we're going to keep Lottie, okay? Here's what we're going to do now, right? We're going to give you some setup sweepers for this team. Now, I kind of wanted to try out a different lead other than Garchomp for setting up rocks. So I went here with a Mamoswine. Lead, and I found out that it actually puts in a lot more work than I expected. So this is a Focus Sash. We're going to keep Oblivious, not Thick Fat. If you don't know what Oblivious is, it, you know, prevents a Pokemon from being infatuated or taunted, which means you are guaranteed to set up those rocks unless of course there's a magic bouncer, but you'll be fine. So earthquake, ice shard, endeavor, yep, and stealth rock there. So this is of course our hazard lead, and jolly is fine. Nice jolly nature. Alright, there we go. So we got our hazard lead, we got our defogger in case we have to defog hazards for pincer, and I think it's good. So now, right? Now I felt that adding some setup sweepers would be very good for this team. So what I did here was, instead of Manaphy, like Manaphy is cool and all, but I thought I'd combine Manaphy and Clef into Azu. I thought I'd just do that, and Azu would be nice for this team because Belly Drum Azu with like on an offensive team, especially with Memento, it's like Christmas, man. it's awesome. So we're gonna add here Azu, and we're gonna add here Belly Drum Aquajet. I said Belly Drum before adding it, but that's what I'm thinking, Belly Drum. And we're just gonna go here with yeah, standard set. Yo, I got so annoyed by Azu's just outrunning me every single time, so I'm running 2 speed faster than Belly Drum Azu. Like I don't know. I think I explained in the one team that I added Azu with the Glalie how I wanted to outrun other Azus because Azu were outrunning me. So now I got annoyed because people were actually setting it to 1 speed higher than Azu to outrun other Azus. So now I set mine to 2 speed. And it makes sense because you have to have your HP number at an odd, I think, in order for Citrus Berry to activate after Belly Drum. But yeah, that's what I. So I'm now 2 points faster than Azu. So take that, Azus. Take that. Gonna add here an adamant nature. Yep, that looks good. Now instead of Clef, I went ahead here. So we have a stealth rocker. We don't even need Clef anymore. We have Azu. I added a chestnut. Mandatory. You saw this coming. You must have saw this coming from the beginning. Come on, guys. Like mandatory Belly Drum Chestnut here. Belly Drum Chestnut is gonna be working so well for this team. Let's give this thing a Seed Bomb, Drain Punch, Substitute, Belly Drum. Works really well with this team. Do not underestimate Belly Drum Chestnut because it will 6-0 teams if you play it properly. It really will 6-0 teams. Especially unprepared ones. So that's the set there. Overgrow, because of the fact that after sub plus Belly Drum, when you're in overgrow range, you will be able to knock out Latias in 1 hit. If you did not have overgrow, if you had bulletproof, the overgrow boost would not let you knock it out in 1 hit. So that's why I have it. Anyways, Chestnut Belly Drum, Azu Belly Drum. So this is this is the ultimate Belly Drum team. Almost ultimate. We only have 2 Pokemon. And finally, since we have a defogger, don't really need a spinner, I felt that being able to check Mega Pinsir was pretty nice because we don't really have any Mega Pinsir checks to this team. Also, Gengar's sort of a threat, and Drill can't really switch in on Gengar, so I figured this would be a good time to add another Choice Scarf user, of course, but this is going to be Choice Scarf Bisharp. We saw this from the other team that we did, I think a couple teams ago, with Choice Scarf Bisharp plus Choice Scarf Terrakion, but now we got here just Choice Scarf Bisharp by himself. So we got here Ironhead Knockoff, Pursuit, and Stone Edge. Stone Edge will be able to clean Oko. I think I said it'll be able to Oko Talonflame and Mega Pinsir and stuff like that, so it's always fun. 20 HP, 232, 236. I coined this EV spread, by the way. And there we go. So that is going to be the last team there. It's looking nice. Okay, so even though this team does not have any fairy switch-ins, it's a hyper offensive team, and you have Pokemon that can check fairy types. For example, Bisharp here will, because of the fact that it's a Choice Scarf set, and they'll be scared to switch up because of Pursuit, or stuff like Mega Gardevoir and Mega Diancie will go down to Ironhead pretty easily because you are Scarf, and that'll be the least they expect. They'll probably expect like Sucker Punch or something. Try to outplay you. I don't know. But yeah, it works out really well, especially versus Mega Diancie that naturally thinks they're faster. So Ironhead will go first, kill those. But yeah, this team is looking really good, and I did test it out. Like I said, I tested out all of these teams. I only decided to display, or I guess Like if a team worked out really well for me, like really well, then I knew it was time to pimp that squad out. If it didn't, then I was like, all right, back to the drawing board. Let's try it again. But I had to make sure they worked. So all these squads work, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. So let me just go ahead here and say, I don't know if I missed anything. Did I? Nope. I think we're good. I think we are good. Completed. And back to the final how it looks like. Alright, so that is it for this episode. Here they are, 10 squads. They have been working out a lot for me, like I said, so I hope you guys will get the same success as I have with these squads. Let me know if you have any questions, and once again, thank you all for the awesome support. It really does mean a lot to me. You know, even though I don't say it much often, I always appreciate you, friends. So that is going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed. Look forward to hearing from you all, seeing what you guys have to say, what teams you got for me to check for the next one, for the next episode, and all that, all that general stuff. And just looking forward to hearing from you all. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.